I told Darren to take Butters out, our dog.
Your dog.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was a convenience thing. I don't know. But it was during our polar vortex, so it was literally...
It is so... No. It's not convenience.
No, I meant like convenience so that he didn't put on pants.
I know. In my rationale...
He had flip-flops on, did you see that?
No.
He had shorts and flip-flops in snow in negative, 25-degree weather and was taking our dog out. He's a short-haired dog, so he also shakes in the winter. And then he comes in and he goes, God, it's fucking cold. I'm like, yeah, you fucking idiot.
Ouch.
Put on some fucking pants.
Yeah. Remember when I found that picture of the foot fetish guy who was arrested and he looked a lot like Darren?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Don't tell me how.
Is that GarageBand?
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're recording with GarageBand.
All right.
Hi,
Hello
and welcome
to Two Pods
in a cast.
in a Cast.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm
I'm Sarah.
I'm Maddie.
You're Maddie.
Yep.
And that's Chase.
And we're back at it again.
In the white Vans. Actually, I have black Toms on, not white Vans.
Yeah, I have bean boots on. And
Chase has
black Vans on. So
back
he's
at it
the
again with
closest
the
one.
black Vans.
Closest one.
Oh.
Dab on them
Oh,
haters.
he just dabbed really
Yeah,
hard
he did.
on us.
That was pretty good.
I think that's better than your hardest dab ever.
No.
No?
You're
going to disagree?
I'm going to disagree. I think my dab was the hardest dab ever.
Well,
I
guess,
hit myself.
I
and
guess
I held
it's just a conspiracy theory.
Oh.
Ooh.
Tell me more.
You like that segue?
I do like that segue. That was so good, Sarah.
Thank you. I'm surprised we get a signal here in this lead box that we're in.
That's true.
I have one bar.
But yes, like Sarah said, today we're back to talk about some popular conspiracy theories. Ones we disagree with, and ones that aren't just theories, that are true.
See, here's the thing. I pretty much disagree with all of them.
Most of them.
I am not a big conspiracy theorist at all.
Now, there's a few that I agree have potential, but some of the more outlandish ones, just no. Just no.
No.
No. So
No, I hate
we'll
them
see
all.
where we disagree.
I disagree on all of them.
No.
Even though I watched Shane Dawson's
I didn't, but I need
almost
to.
2-hour thing. The only part I liked... See, the only thing I like are, technology stuff. That my phone's listening to me,
That robots are going to take over?
But here's the thing. She's always listening to me because she doesn't know that I'm about to say, hey, Siri.
Yeah, so she's got to listen.
And she just turned on, bitch.
Gotta listen.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Hey, Siri, gotta let you just turned on, bitch.
The joys of Siri.
Remind me, I texted Tanner or something through my talk thing because I was driving, so I couldn't text, so I was speaking text to Tanner.
Waterbug.
What was the original one, though? Yes. Okay, so I was driving, and I don't text and drive, but I do the speech thing.
Yes.
And Chase was in the car, and he totally... Yes. And, so Chase could have just done it, but whatever. I was like, hey, text Tanner. This was actually just a week ago.
Interesting.
Or something. I said I'd go to Taco Bell for him, because he wasn't able to go, but he was hungry. So, he said he would text me his order, but we were getting close to Taco Bell, and I was not getting an order.
Interesting.
So I said, hey, text Tanner, I need your Taco Bell order, bud. And it said, sending message to Tanner. Would you like me to repeat it? And I was like, sure. And it said, we need to talk about Waterbug. And I was like, no. So I just had Chase do it. And I was like, this is stupid.
That's
what's the point of voice text if you're just going to fuck it up? And I got to text anyway.
Point. The point is...
All he wanted was a beefy burrito, Fritos, 5-layer, I don't know.
Something.
It was just one thing, too.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, do you want a Baja Blast? He's like, no, it's cool. And then I get there with my Baja Blast, and he was staring at it and was like, should have got a Baja Blast. That's
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
It's a conspiracy
It
theory.
is a conspiracy theory. But you actually brought something to my mind,
Yes.
talking about how, phones are always listening to us. The most recent conspiracy theory I've heard of,
I'm picking my nose.
have you heard It's a
It's a conspiracy theory.
of the 10-year challenge on Facebook?
Yes.
There's a conspiracy theory going around saying that is how Facebook wants to use, they want to use the 10 years between our pictures to better their facial recognition programs.
I did not know.
Yeah, that's going around.
That
That could be legit.
only go on Facebook to look at memes.
That's a good use.
So
But
you don't have me, government. Just kidding. I have an iPhone X, so you have an imprint of my face.
they have an imprint of your face.
It's fine.
Sarah.
I don't do anything wrong.
Yeah. But this is the theory is that the government can use this technology that they're paying Facebook to improve upon.
Like China,
Exactly.
where they have that CCTV that
Exactly.
just...
That facial recognition. That's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. This is why me and conspiracy theories don't mix. I don't care.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's pretty solid.
You see me walking down the street? Ooh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you're damn right. I'm walking my fucking ass to Taco Bell. Like, what are you gonna do?
Judge you.
Okay, judge me.
Joke's on you. We already do that ourselves.
Literally. Talk
So
about that,
there.
last week? I hate myself.
Yeah.
Talk about you're another reason I hate myself. But I love you so much.
I love you too, Sarah.
I was talking about Taco Bell.
You got a conspiracy theory about them?
No, I was saying that I love Taco Bell.
That's a valid point.
But I do love you. Horse meat at Taco Bell, is that a conspiracy theory, Chase?
Ah.
This just in, Chase has told us that instead of beef, there was trace amount of horse meat in Taco Bell tacos.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Again, tracing back to why me and conspiracy theories don't get along. I don't care.
You don't care that you potentially ate horse meat instead of beef?
No, don't care.
Interesting. I don't actually order. Sorry,
You're
I
moving
move
the
a lot.
goddamn table.
I don't actually, I'm not the biggest fan of Taco Bell. All I get is a cheesy roll up just because, I have
Like
a
nacho
very
cheese?
sensitive taste buds to where I don't like anything hot and spicy.
I feel that.
So I only get cheesy roll ups. So I did not eat any
I
horse
just
meat.
get a Taco Supreme,
Yeah.
which is just meat, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and tomato,
I
I
don't
think.
like any of that. I just like meat and cheese. I'm a basic bitch.
That's fine.
Yeah. So yeah,
You
that
wanna,
conspiracy theory probably exists
you
in
wanna
my
go
opinion.
to the
What's our next one, Sarah?
first one on our list?
Hell yeah. hit
Actually
me.
on our list? Chemtrails.
Chemtrails.
Yes.
So for those of you who do not know,
Me. I don't know.
a chemtrail is that thing that the plane leaves behind it. Like when you see an airplane out in the air and you see like that little cloud following it, that's a
The line.
chemtrail.
The line.
The line, the smoke, the cloud.
Yeah.
That's a chemtrail. And the theory is,
Pass.
let me speak.
Pass.
The theory is that the government, it's always the government has placed some sort of chemicals, and depending on who's saying the theory, it can vary about what these chemicals do. Some say it like poisons us, some say it like gets us dependent on something, like addicted to some kind of drug. Some people say it brainwashes us. Who knows? I don't, but I do know that it's possible. Probably not. I actually really don't believe in that one.
Have you seen Mad Max?
I have.
It
The
just
new one.
reminds me
Right,
of that
Fury Road.
guy who thinks he's like, I don't know, whatever, their president or whatever. He makes everybody believe that they're addicted to water.
Yeah.
That's kind of what that makes me think.
Probably.
Do you believe it?
I actually don't believe this one. I
Yeah,
believe
same.
that there is probably chemicals in those trails because
Well,
it's
hang
coming
on.
from the back of an
Let me
airplane.
Clarify.
But I don't think there's an
wanna
intent for
clarify.
those chemicals.
Do I think chemtrails are controlling population control or dropping chemicals for the
No.
government to control us? No.
No.
Do I think that chemicals come from planes? Yes,
Yes.
because they did that shit in like World War II and
Exactly.
Vietnam with mustard gas.
Hmm. And like even nowadays with crop dusters planes, like
Yeah.
that's just stuff pours out the back
So
of a
is
plane.
it a possibility that it can happen? Yes, physically possible
And
for
it
you
could
to
be
stick.
poisonous
Yeah.
if you put your face in it. You're not
Yeah.
going to put your face in the back of a car exhaust.
Well, you might.
I mean, you should not do that.
Nope.
I think it's pretty much the same as like a car exhaust.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on that conspiracy
Yeah.
theory.
Next.
Next on our list, hit me, Sarah.
California fires. So.
Oh, so you know this one.
Yes,
This one's a
because I
good
watched
one.
a Shane Dawson video. Actually, no. I think I was high and I watched some video about it. I don't know. Oh well.
Either way, she watched a video.
I did. So it was that the satellites that are surrounding the Earth
Mm-hmm.
have some sort of like thermal laser technology to where, well, okay, starting back. So there is technology that they use in the Navy right now that they put on boats. It's just a giant laser that they shoot at other like enemy boats that makes the other boats explode. So it is.
That's a fact.
Yes, that's a fact.
Interesting.
Fact. I don't know if it's the Navy. It's a fact because I was watching something about it.
She's watching another video. All right. So Sarah watched a documentary.
Of some sort. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so the
Lasers.
conspiracy theory is that there are thermal lasers up in the satellites that NASA has, and that they're starting the California wildfires because it's not known why, because that's the fucking conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
But so the image that I saw was of when the fires actually started. I can't remember the most recent fire, what it was called. But what this guy had done, so it had the pinpoint of where the fire started. So it was just like maybe a tiny little house fire at this point. But you could definitely see like nothing at first. But then when he switched it over to thermal, you could see a faint like line shooting directly to where that fire started.
Interesting.
But what backs this up more is that the fire, I don't really know how fire works. I'm not a fucking scientist. I just know it burns stuff.
Fire.
But the images of the fire, there would be entire neighborhoods where 3 houses will be burned down, but every other house will be perfectly fine. Or that there would be some sort of building that burned down, but the trees are surrounding that building untouched.
Yeah.
So
So it was a laser from outer space.
Apparently. I have no idea. But here's the thing. This is why I don't believe it, because I don't believe anything, because I'm a conspiracy theorist about conspiracies, that if you show me an image, I'm going to be like, okay, you faked that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's very easy to fake something.
Yeah, so in that video I watched, they showed a picture of a house that had burned down that was surrounded by trees, and the trees were untouched. And I'm like, how do I know you didn't just grab some random fucking picture
Yeah.
of some house burned down
That is
started
true.
because of a gas leak inside the house?
Now, you can get an expert and, like, look at it and say if it was photoshopped or not. But who's to say that expert's not lying to cover up the conspiracy
No, I'm not even
theory?
talking about Photoshop. I'm talking about, like, say there was a gas leak that had nothing to do with the wildfires. Just, like, a gas leak and a burner on the water heater started it, and it burned the house down. So that's why it's a controlled fire.
Yes.
But somebody took that picture of the house burned down, but the trees untouched, and then was like, this is the California wildfires.
Yes. Now
Yeah.
I understand.
I don't believe that shit. So moving on to the man, the myth, the legend, 9/11.
Oof.
What do you think?
You know, the conspiracy theory about 9/11 is one we've all heard.
Jet fuel
Was-
doesn't melt steel beams.
Exactly. Was
That one.
9/11 an inside job?
What do you think?
I don't think so.
All right, good. All right, we're on the same.
I just, like, I understand where people are coming from. I just don't think it was an inside. I think that's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
And I also think, personally, I would like to think the government wouldn't just, like, kill off a couple thousand people.
I'd like to think so too.
Yeah.
My big point though is like, how fucking rude do you have to be to go up to the survivors or the families and tell them that, like,
The government did it.
George Bush is the reason that your loved one's dead.
Yeah.
Like that shit makes me mad.
Exactly. Like, that's just rude.
Like that's
And, like, you can have
nasty.
your thoughts about, like, what happened after 9/11, like the war on terror and all that crap. Was it just? Was it not? Who's to say? But like you said, it's just disrespectful to the people who lost. Like, I've been to that memorial, and it is intense. It is intense.
It's heartbreaking.
It is. These people were just going to work. That's all they were doing.
Some of them didn't even go home.
We do that every day. And it's
Well, not
just-
even that. The people on the airplanes too,
Exactly. They were going home.
doing whatever, going on vacation.
Yeah. And, yep.
If they're lucky, they get a voicemail out to their loved ones. So I don't know. I think it's disrespectful.
It is.
I don't like when people talk about it. Because as soon as someone says, yeah, I think it's an inside job, I'm like, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah. Like,
And you can
it's
think
just
I'm
rude.
stupid for not believing in it, and you can think I'm closed-minded, but, I don't
Maybe
know.
we choose to live in a better world. I would like to live in a
Yeah,
better
I
world.
choose to
where
believe that
9/11
my
didn't
government
even
wouldn't do
happen,
that.
but,
Not
you
saying
know.
our government is not corrupted.
Oh, no. It is.
I'm just saying I
You
would
know,
like to choose
'cause-
that they wouldn't kill a whole
Exactly.
bunch of people.
Exactly.
You want to do the next one?
Yeah, let's move on, because I don't think there's anything left to say about that one.
Moon landing.
Oh, boy.
Was it faked?
You know,
Hmm.
I see... I can understand
Yeah?
why people would think it is.
Why?
Just, I heard the evidence, you know. It's there.
What's the evidence?
The evidence, you know, like the wind. And then the fact that, like, how many people have been on the moon? Not me. Not you.
Oh, no.
So how would we know if somebody's been on the moon? We haven't been there. But I just don't. I think the moon landing happened, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was a lot of money to get
Because
that
it
space shuttle
was-
out there.
One small step for man.
And one giant leap for mankind.
Goddamn right.
Yep.
Also, I did watch a Adam Ruins Everything on it.
Yeah.
And he did have some really good, I wouldn't say proof, but like thoughts as to why it wasn't faked. So he had some good, I guess, evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, in my mind, too, like, getting to the moon is such, like, a huge landmark for humanity.
Mhm.
Why would we fake that? Like, America wants to be the best at everything. So you can bet your ass that we're going to be the first to get to the moon.
Yeah.
We're not going to fake that crap.
We suck.
Yeah, we're too competitive. We're not
Yeah.
going to fake that. We're going to actually do it, because then what happens when China goes up there and sees that the flag isn't actually up there?
Mm-hmm.
They would call us out on it. And have they called us out on it? No. So I think the moon landing did happen.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
Next would be my favorite,
I'm ready.
flat Earth.
Ooh, doggy. Okay,
Earth is a sphere. That's all I'm
No,
gonna say.
let's go into this.
No,
real
you can
quick.
talk about it. I'm just Earth is a sphere. I'm done.
It is
Go.
a sphere. But let's talk about let's explore the theory.
How people are stupid.
Yes.
Okay.
So the theory is that the earth is flat. Just a
Wrong.
one flat
Wrong.
thing, which
Wrong.
is wrong even in the fact that if the world wasn't a sphere, it's not flat because mountains.
Yeah.
Point,
I
you're
guess, yeah.
completely irrelevant.
So
But
what you're saying
anyway.
is it's not super flat.
Yeah,
But
it's
what
not
their
plain flat.
argument is
I know,
that
I
it's
know,
not
I was just
plain-
tearing it apart
okay.
because there's that was a flaw in
I
the
think
logic.
their argument is that when they look out at a horizon, it doesn't curve.
Yes, but not Christopher Columbus, but somebody proved that with a ship that it is curved. Because the ship didn't just fall off the face of the earth, you know?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus never actually set foot in America. Did you know that?
Conspiracy theory.
No, not a conspiracy
Yeah, I
theory.
know. It was, where?
What do you mean where?
Yeah. No, he did.
No, he didn't.
What?
He didn't.
Tell me.
He just kind of like sailed up to it, but never actually stepped on it. I'm not saying never, but I'm saying when he first came, he didn't actually go on it. Okay, I watch a lot of Adam Ruins Everything, and he did one on that. It was really interesting.
That one doesn't sound right. You believe
Okay.
that, but you don't believe...
Yes, because he has evidence. Because that's the whole point of Adam Ruins Everything, is that he has evidence. I just can't remember it. I just remember him saying
Okay.
that, and then he would...
I'll respect the fact that your memory sucks, because my memory
Yes.
also sucks.
But what I'm saying is if you're just interested in it, you can look up the Adam Ruins Everything. It's where he does a spin-off on the Magic School Bus. And Jesus Christ, how many tabs do you have open on your phone right now? You're a monster.
Don't talk about it.
You're a monster.
I have things I want to reference in the future.
You what?
Continue.
Oh, okay. So Flat Earth?
Flat Earth is incorrect, but I like the creativity with it. You know,
What
you got like the
fucking
ice
creativity?
wall, like blocking everything.
Oh, the
in.
NASA photoshopping.
Yeah,
Oh,
NASA
yeah.
photo, everyone's covering it up. Like, there's a lot of detail that went into this conspiracy theory, and
Yeah, I like the ice wall. I like the
respect
Game of
that.
Thrones one.
Yeah, I respect that 100%. But they're wrong.
Wrong. Okay, next one is vaccinations. Do they cause autism?
No,
And just, like, are they bad for you?
no. Do we? Is
Agreed.
this something that like? Oh my goodness!
It's a fad. It's the fad now.
It is a fad, and people just like. It's covered so much because people are so stupid, and like I don't want to reiterate what other people have said, but goodness gracious, that one study The one study that found a link between vaccines and autism.
It wasn't even a link, it was a hunch.
It was a hunch
Yeah.
that he formed into a link. But he got his license revoked because he didn't even
But yeah,
do anything correct. And when other scientists tried to replicate his findings, as you should do whenever you do a scientific study,
yeah, you
couldn't
make
do
a
it.
make a hypothesis. Vaccines cause autism.
You have a
Test
set
the
way.
hypothesis, lie about it causing autism, and then what you're supposed to do is just keep retesting until you disprove that, because then
Yes.
that turns into an actual theory. I'm not talking about
Exactly.
conspiracy theory. I'm talking about
Like legit scientific theory.
Is you keep testing that shit, and if it doesn't break and you keep getting it correct, then it's a theory. But if it
Exactly.
breaks, you're
And
done.
it broke after that first one.
Yeah, because he didn't actually put any facts into it.
Exactly.
He was just like, yeah, I think so, and I'm going to write it down as a fact. And everyone was
Yep.
like, no. And then you got these
And-
hippie moms that are like, oh, yeah,
And-
actually.
Another reason why he did this was because he was trying to profit off of something that he made, saying that his thing was better than vaccines, too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like you, my memory is crappy and I can't remember what exactly it was, but I have heard that from several reliable
Fact
sources.
check it, listeners.
Fact check it.
We're supposed to be doing that, but you do it.
Yeah.
You
We're
want more
here for the
information? You
enjoyment.
do it. Jesus.
Yeah. What's our next conspiracy theory to disprove? Because there is one on this list that I do believe in, and I really want to get to it.
Oh, goodness.
But-
I wonder which one that is.
It's,
okay.
I mean, I don't think it's a secret.
Next is Aliens on Earth.
Ah, it's
Is
that
it-
one.
Is it that one?
Aliens. Aliens.
All right, let's just go with the basic, though. Do
Are
aliens...
there aliens?
Yes.
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 There are aliens. You cannot look at the universe and tell me that there's not life somewhere.
Well, there's microorganisms on Mars, which counts
Exactly.
as an alien.
Exactly.
It's a living thing.
Aliens
It
exist.
doesn't have to be that gray, skinny thing with the big black eyes. Like, that's a
Yes.
living thing, so it's an alien.
Exactly. That's all there is to it. Aliens are real.
But what we also have is, are aliens on Earth hiding among us?
You know,
No.
I don't know. I was
No.
thinking about it and like I was a hard no earlier and then I was like, well, maybe. And
It's
then
a
I was a
hard
hard
no.
no again. But so one part of the alien conspiracy theory is the Men in Black. And I believe in the Men in Black.
Meh.
I think that there is a government agency to cover up things.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the Men
Yeah,
in Black.
I guess. But I guess I'm just thinking about the movie right now. That's all I'm thinking
That
about.
it is hard to not think about Will Smith
Yeah.
and Men in Black.
And,
but like I've
is Tommy
seen
Lee
so many
Jones?
other things. Yes.
Is it Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
okay. Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yes.
That's all I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah. And maybe that was all a ploy.
Yeah.
Maybe the movie, here's my conspiracy theory.
Oh,
The
no.
movie
I don't know.
was created by the government to make people not believe in the Men in Black.
That reminds me of a conspiracy theories that I just fucking remembered now.
Yes. Hit me
Um,
with it.
Walt Disney, when he died, there's a rumor going around that his body was frozen or his brain was
His
frozen
head.
or whatever.
His
Yeah.
head.
Right? Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, the conspiracy theory is that they created the movie Frozen to cover up
Yes,
that,
because when people
now that when you
talk.
Google Frozen, only the movie comes up.
And Walt Disney Frozen.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear anything about Walt Disney's frozen head anymore, folks.
Mm-hmm.
That
But, I
that's that. Whether or not you believe
Yeah.
that his head is frozen, I do believe that Disney created a movie called Frozen to get that off the Google search.
Yeah, I mean that's not really conspiracy theory. That's
It's
just
not.
like
It's like a
PR
marketing scheme.
move, yeah. But
yeah,
you
that's
can
an
easily
interesting one.
bypass that though by going in Google settings and setting your search history starting at 2011 and before.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I mean you can
That is
still
true.
you can still find those pretty easily
That is true.
if you know how to use Google.
Yeah. But anyways, I do believe that aliens exist. I do believe that the Men in Black is an agency to cover up government things.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's aliens, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, I've seen a UFO actually. So like
Mhm.
I do believe in aliens and I do believe that they are here. I'm confirming my beliefs right now.
I will say I do believe in aliens. Don't think they're on Earth.
I've seen a UFO, man.
I believe in a government cover up, but I
Mhm.
wouldn't call it Men in Black. 'Cause all I can think about is that fucking
Well,
movie.
it's because they are men and they wear black.
I know. Do they have that thing that you click, you forget everything? What's that called?
Yeah.
Anybody know what that's called?
I don't remember. It's a stick that makes you forget things. Anyway,
A neuralizer.
yes,
is
that's a
what I'm
thing.
gonna
And the
call
reason
it.
why you don't know that that's a thing is
wanna
because
talk
they made
about-
you forgot about it.
You want to talk about your UFO experience?
Yeah, so, okay. And I don't remember what year. But when I was a child, my grandpa was driving me home one day from a visit at my grandparents'. And as we were going around this corner, I saw some lights in the sky. And it looked like a normal, like, airplane
Plane.
pattern lights. Yes, it did look like an airplane. It had, like, that formation of, like, the red dot and the green dot and, like, the flashy dots and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Helicopter.
no. And I was like, wow, that's an airplane. That's pretty low for an airplane, but that's an airplane.
Oh, yeah, there are no fly zones, folks.
Exactly. And I was right by an amusement park, too, which
Yeah.
makes it very sketchy that
Were
a
you by a
plane was
city?
flying that low. No, I was out in Mason.
Okay.
And
Oh, by Kings Island?
Yeah,
You
by
talking about-
Kings Island.
Oh, okay.
but it wasn't a flight, like any lights from Kings Island, because it was the complete opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were driving, and
Could
I
it be
saw
from
this
the water
light.
park that's across the street?
Nope.
Okay.
It was the opposite direction.
No, there's a water park across the street. It's a
No,
like
it was that the beach is way past
no,
where
I'm
I
not
was.
talking about the beach. I'm talking
That
about
is the water park. Is the beach?
no, not the Kings Island water park.
The
It's
beach water park is right next to the Kings Island.
I'm not talking about the beach water park. I'm talking about the
Surf City.
I don't know. It's
Those
not.
are the two
It's
water
across
parks right
the
there.
street from Great Wolf Lodge, but it's not affiliated with Kings Island.
Oh, there's not a water. That's a movie theater church right there.
Why do they have slides?
That's the beach.
I'm confused.
I'll show
You
you it
grew
on
up
Google
in
Maps
Mason. You
later.
know more than
Yeah.
I do.
I'll show you on Google Maps later. Anyway,
Oh, that church is huge, though. I've
yeah,
seen that church.
my parents go to it.
Oh my god. All right. You're looking the opposite direction.
We're
Not
looking in
Kings
the
Island.
opposite direction. So it is not any part of Kings Island or the beach or anything. It looks like a plane. And we round a corner and some trees like block it and whatever. So I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll keep looking for it. And as we round this corner, I see the side of it. And this is not the side of an airplane. I see 4 glowing white lights, like rectangular kind of, all right next to each other. That's not how an airplane looks, folks.
Like the cockpit of an airplane?
No. Nope. I can't even describe it because it just had like 4 white blocks of light and they would light up one after the other like pew 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 pew.
Oh.
Pew 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 pew.
Like
Pew,
a,
pew, pew, pew.
I don't know if you're a car person, but like a Ford Mustang, the
I'm
turn
not.
signal is 4 rectangular lights. And
Probably.
it goes
Yeah.
toot, toot, toot,
Okay,
toot.
that sounds right. That's exactly what that UFO looked like.
My
That
dad has
is
a Mustang.
no. What?
My dad has a Mustang. That's the only reason I know
Okay.
that.
That was an unidentified flying objects, folks.
Yeah.
UFO story. Boom. Moving on. Aliens exist.
My only doubt about that is you were young. Because I have
know what I
distorted
saw.
a lot of things.
No, because I screamed to my grandpa, Grandpa, there's a UFO.
And he said, "Shut up, Maddie.
He was like, oh, really?
I'm taking you home."
Yeah. You know, he was nice. He didn't say shut up.
Oh, okay. Be quiet, Maddie.
He's like, oh, yeah, Maddie.
Shut the goddamn door, Maddie.
Oh, my goodness.
I just sound like Arthur from Red Dead Redemption. now.
But yeah.
Sure.
So
Sorry.
we're running out of time. But ultimately,
No, there's no time limit. This is our fucking podcast. We do whatever the fuck we want.
all right, we're going to talk one more then.
2 more, real fast.
2 more. I'm ready.
All right, so this one's like 2 mashed in one. So famous people have died, and they
Been
have like
replaced.
clones or lookalikes to replace them, or lizard people.
Lizard people, folks.
Lizard people.
We're at the lizard people.
All right, I'm just gonna go because everybody knows. No. And,
Now, so there's several versions of
where the
this.
fuck
like
did
you
the
said.
lizard people thing come from?
I don't know. Maybe the fact that you can see like
That
videos
movie
of people's
V.
lights. V.
V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a TV show too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like they rebooted it into a TV show. My stepdad and I watched that, and then they canceled it. But anyway, I don't know if I believe in alien people. I don't know if I believe in people being replaced. But Avril Lavigne, she changed. She changed
Are
inexplicably.
you talking about like just like music pattern change?
No, her face changed, her style changed, her music changed.
Okay, our style changed.
No, it changed overnight, my friend.
Yeah, I woke up one
Look
day
up
and
at
I was like-
pictures.
I like Post Malone.
Look up pictures and notice how her face like changed ever so slightly,
Plastic surgery.
perchance.
So
or
wait,
she was killed and replaced.
So you wrote down Avril Lavigne. I can never say her
Yes.
name right.
Avril Lavigne.
Another one is Paul McCartney. That he
You wrote that one down.
Yeah, he died in a car accident.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the Beatles were at like a hit,
Probably.
so they replaced him with a lookalike.
Yeah, because you're the Beatles. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe in that one.
The Queen is a lizard person.
The Queen, Donald Trump,
Yeah.
all these world
Yeah.
leaders are lizard
people to
which
control us.
exactly, which connects us to our last conspiracy theory that there are secret organizations running the world. So like the
Yeah.
lizard people being leaders.
Why do they have to
Like,
be
all these
lizards? That's
things.
all I want to know. Why
I don't know,
lizard
because
people?
they're lizard people. It just like because there's footage of like their eyes blinking sideways and like all these weird lizard traits.
Yeah. Pass.
Anyway,
All right, we got one
the
more.
last one is that there are secret organizations
it's
running the world.
Illuminati and New
World Order, whatever you want to call these secret organizations.
Mm-hmm.
Do they exist? I wouldn't be
Probably.
surprised.
I think there are organizations that are secret to the public, but I
Exactly.
wouldn't necessarily call them secret organizations.
Yeah, like United Nations, but secret.
I guess one could be Area 51 before they actually said that it was
That
it
is true.
existed.
People denied that Area 51 existed until
Well, the
they
government
revealed
denied
The
it,
government.
and
That's
then
what I
people
meant.
were like, "No," and then the government was like,
Ah, okay.
"Okay,
That's there.
you got us."
Yeah.
But you'll never know what goes on in here.
The
I
Men
just,
in Black go on in there.
I think
Confirmed.
it's basically NASA, but instead of focusing on the space part, like how big space is,
Yeah.
how many planets it is, it's focusing on other life forms.
Mm-hmm.
So when a meteorite crashes down, they look for like,
That's a plausible explanation.
yeah. So I don't think it's we found an alien, we're dissecting it, which it totally could be. I could be wrong.
I think it probably.
I just think it's more like NASA, but more like alien.
Yeah, more life form.
Mhm.
But yeah. But secret organizations, they probably exist. Like, let's be real. Do they want to destroy the world? I would hope not, because, they live here too.
Well, if they're lizard people, I don't think they live here. I think they live on another planet.
Unless they're lizard people.
Unless here's my conspiracy theory that I'm pulling out of my ass that I don't believe in, all right? Okay, so lizard people lived on Mars because Mars used to have water
It did.
and like trees and
Fact.
shit. So lizard people lived on Mars. They completely destroyed it and moved over to the Earth.
Now they're trying to take over.
Yeah, that's my conspiracy theory. And with
All
that,
right. We're going to wrap up with that, but let us know what you think.
all right, thanks for listening, guys.
This has been 2 Pods in a Cast.
Yeah, 2 pods in the cast. Goodbye.